Okay folks, we are live. Hello from Edinburgh Airport. Well folks, a very good evening from Edinburgh Airport. We are live and it's great to have everyone on board. I'm just going to share the live stream in a moment. We've got a little bit of activity this evening. We've got Edelweiss A320 there. It's just taxiing. And a few other movements as well. But it's lovely to have everyone on board. Nick Barton, Wayne, Ferry Hill train spotter. We're not delayed very long, mate. Just I got stuck in traffic, so we didn't get here as quickly as I hoped. But we are now live. So hello from Edinburgh Airport. What's due? Anything special? Not loads special, to be honest with you. Just a few movements, cargo movements. There's a few flights running late as well, so we should get them. But yeah, there's plenty of traffic due. Kai, hello, welcome to the live stream. Chris Kennedy, all good, mate, fantastic. And yeah, once again, big hello to each and everyone on the live stream. Graham Thompson, hello, big welcome as well, mate. I'm just going to quickly share the live stream, folks. I'll be with you in 2 moments. Like I say, we've got lots and lots of traffic. We've got EasyJets parked up, Fly-R, Edelweiss has just landed, Air France has just left. There's lots of movements to come, lots and lots of traffic. I'll just be on audio in 1 second, folks. Folks, I'll just count that in 1 second. Folks, I'm just quickly sharing the live stream, so just bear with us 1 second. I'm just quickly, I forgot to share it in that on Facebook, so I'm just quickly doing that. You can see we've got a Ryanair 738 over there. We've also got Fly-R 737-800 too. Right folks, that should be the live stream shared now. So very good evening to each and every one of you. Sorry we just had a bit of a delay there. I hope you're all keeping well. Hello again from Edinburgh Airport. We've got lots of movement scheduled this evening. First got the DHL 757 over there, plus the Maersk, or the Star Air 767, which will be going later. We've also got an Edelweiss A320, loads and loads of business jets. You can see all the business jets over there. But yeah, there's lots and lots of activity to come this evening. Neil Russell Hubbard, welcome aboard, mate. Great to have you with us. Harry Bertie, Ferry Hill train spotter. Anyone else thinks he pipes the bird song in himself? No, I definitely don't do that, mate. I definitely don't do that. I can only whistle a little bit, so. Right, we've got our first star of the show. And our first one is EasyJet's A320, which is just lining up there. And a big welcome to each and every one of you who's joining us this evening. I've been meaning to do a long live stream from Edinburgh for quite a while now, so I'm finally managing to get the time to do it. Alright, here comes our first one, EasyJet's A320. And I have no idea where it's flying to or where it's off to. First one. First EasyJet A320 of the day. I've also got Jet2 737-800 parked up over there. Loganair Embraer 145. We may, in the time whilst we're live, we might get an Atlantic Airways A320 Neo. So it was due to arrive earlier on from Vega, but due to fog and bad weather in the Faroe Islands, the crew, I think, diverted to Reykjavik, to Iceland. So the flight is running quite late. In fact, I don't even know if it's positioned back to the Faroe Islands now, but that is one potentially which we might see later on. British Airways just turning to start its descent. Brilliant. I think there's a few movements coming in. The Fly R is running a little bit late. The EasyJet's going to London. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for that. I'm just having a quick look on flight radar. We've got British Airways A320 on final and an EasyJet A320 Neo. We've also got a Ryanair 737 MAX coming in, EI Hacks, and Aer Lingus ATR 72-600. So there's a few movements happening. I'll give you a quick overview just before our first arrival. We've got the EasyJet A319 there. And Gary Dunn, big welcome as a silver member, mate. It's lovely to have you on board. Thank you very much for joining as a member. It's lovely to have you with us. And again, I'll extend the invitation to you as well, Gary, if you'd like to be part of our WhatsApp group and get previews and also members exclusive content, then please get in touch with me either on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and I'll get you added to the group. And it's lovely to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining, mate. Right, here comes our first arrival, and our first arrival is this British Airways A320. Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Kilo, all the way from good old London Heathrow. So that's what's just landed, and then we've got an EasyJet just on final. Did I see the RF Globemaster at Newcastle on flight radar? No, I didn't. I didn't see that one. Didn't see that one, Harry. not paid much attention to flight radar today, if I'm perfectly honest. I popped along for the Qatar A350 departing earlier on, and to be perfectly truthful, I was that tired after work. I just sat in the car and had a little bit of a sleep this afternoon, so it's not been that eventful, to be honest. You thought you would do a live stream from Newcastle? No, I've already done a couple of live streams, Ferry Hill, with Newcastle United departing, so I just thought, you know, for once we'll do something different. We'll get some cargo movements. Originally I was meant to be going to Esher tonight, Esher Airfield, but the plans changed. So after work I just came straight up here, and here we are. It's a nice change of scenery. So hopefully we're going to get those cargoes going out later on, the DHL and the Star Air. Also there's a few others which are due out, but they're due out a lot later than we're probably going to be here. So we've got West Atlantic 737-400s, Golf Juliet Mike Charlie Hotel parked over there, Juliet Mike Charlie Sierra, and sorry for the zoom, Golf Juliet Mike Charlie Victor. So we've got a few parked up there, and also Loganair's Embraer 145 Golf Sierra Alpha Juliet Charlie, and that's parked up on the apron over there. I can hear something's just started to tape you. I'm not sure what it is. We do have an aircraft that's just turning on to final. And don't forget, folks, if you're using Flight Radar 24, you can watch all these movements live here on the channel. Do you need a car to get there from, say, airport tram spot? Yes, it's a very long walk from the airport tram spot. So if you get into this location, you're probably better using a car or getting a taxi. EasyJet A320 Neo, Golf Uniform Zulu Hotel Juliet. And what you might notice is, I think all the aircraft are rolling down to the end of the runway today. I think the exit, the one they usually use for vacating, is blocked off. I'm not sure why, if it's maintenance related or what, but I've noticed pretty much all day they've been vacating right at the end of the runway. So I haven't had a chance to check the NOTAM, so I'm not sure the reason, but yeah. British Airways A320. I can see that there's 60 of you tuned in right now. It's fantastic to have you all on board. A very big welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining this evening. It's great to have you with us. The Flyar's going to Oslo. It is indeed, Kai. Yep. Chris, good evening, mate. Lovely to have you on board with us. There's the air traffic control tower in the background there. You have to go all the way to Kirklis and needs car. It's a 20-minute walk. Well, to be honest with you, yeah, it's more than a 20-minute walk. I've done it myself, and it was well over an hour. You can get here walking around the perimeter, but it is a long trek, and you do get so far, and then it just becomes pretty overgrown. So I wouldn't recommend it. Been there, done that, got the medal. How long is the flight from London to Scotland? The flight from London up to Edinburgh is probably about 50 minutes, upwards towards an hour. So it's not really a very long flight, just a short hop. British Airways have quite a lot of shuttle flights between London and Edinburgh, and these have been some of the only flights, amazingly, during the pandemic which were still operating it on a daily basis. So yeah, quite an important route. You're going to Edinburgh to play and watch with your grand soon. Nice one. Very good, mate. Very good. That'll be great. Well, I hope you enjoy it, mate. Aberdeen needs a live stream. Chris, I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree. I'm gonna have to do a live stream from Aberdeen soon. Gonna have to do that, mate. Right, let's pan back over to the EasyJet. A lot of you will have noticed in the news there's been lots of flight cancellations. I mean, you know, passenger numbers are really picking up at the moment, and because of the passenger numbers, the airports can't cope, and the airlines themselves are struggling to meet the demand. So it's pretty impressive, to be honest. It's pretty impressive. You'll be staying over in one of the lodges next to Airfield, so you'll be there a lot. Nice one. Well, if you get the chance, do pop round, and if you head along to the flying club, or go to the cafe and get talking to some of the resident pilots and engineers. Harry, I'm sure they'll make you most welcome, and maybe even show you around one of the Chipmunks or some of the other classic aircraft they've got at Esh Airfield. So yeah, I would recommend you pop along there, mate. It's well worth it. It's really well worth it. Heathrow is due a long live stream. Funny enough, I did a long live stream. I think it was an hour or two at Heathrow Airport in 2020, and it was for the last British Airways 747 flight, and it was okay. I wouldn't say it was the greatest live stream in the world, but I enjoyed it, and yeah, it was just, you know, something a little bit different. But you can still watch that on the channel. You can still watch that on my channel. It's on the live section, London Heathrow Airport, from, again, I forget when. It's October 2020, I think. Thanks, Jonathan. Would love to be part of the WhatsApp group, Gary. Yep, that'd be brilliant to have you on board, mate. Like I say, if you want to either email me at my email address, flyhellas, FLYHELLAS @gmail.com. If you message me or email me there, drop me your number, and I'll get you added to the group, mate. And that'd be fantastic. And thank you so much again for joining. Right, we'll just pan over to the side here. We've got another EasyJet taxiing. One in, one out. The evenings are definitely better than they used to be. It used to be so quiet here, but the traffic really has picked up now. It's great. The EasyJet is from Stansted. That's right, Chris Kennedy. Absolutely right, mate. I've just realised I'm getting bitten alive by midges. But one of the joys of filming in Scotland. Had an impromptu hour at Edinburgh on Saturday. Finally got the Air Baltic A320. Nice one, Rob Brown. Nice one. You seen there were French PC 21s? Ah, that's what they are. I've seen them parked up there. That's them parked up at the very far end there. So they're French Pilatus PC 21s. Thanks for that information, mate. That's really handy. Really handy. So yeah, that's them. The two of them just parked in front of that business jet there. Cool. Learn something new every day. Thank you for that, mate. Right, we'll pan back to the EasyJet. Oh, Loganair's just pushing back as well. Loganair Embraer 145 is just pushing back to our right hand side, so we'll get that taxiing in just a moment. Phil Tovey, good evening from Warwickshire. Good evening, mate. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well, and great to have you back on the live stream. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. Actually, what day is today? Crumbs, what day is today? Yeah, it is. It's Monday. That's okay. I was worried there for a second. I thought it was Tuesday. Oh dear. Losing track of all my days and weeks at the moment. The days just fly by at the moment. It doesn't seem, you know, 2 minutes you're into 1 week, and then the next thing it's just disappeared, and we've lost another month. It's crazy. We've got over 100 people watching at the moment. It's brilliant to have you all on board. Thank you all so much for joining. Like I say, we'll be live here for most of the evening to try and get some of the cargo movements, and yeah, it's lovely to have you all with us. Pammy261, have you seen the AWACS 707 circling Northumberland this afternoon? There's been a lot of activity recently with the AWACS. I have seen that, yes, I saw that on Flight Radar 24. And so basically the reason that they're doing those training flights in the AWACS is because those E3 Sentries are being sold to the Chilean Air Force. Now, the Chilean Air Force already have Boeing 707s, so technically going across to the E3 isn't a massive change for them. But they still need training on the E3, and that's what the RAF's providing at the moment. So we've actually had a couple of training flights into Newcastle Airport, and yeah, you can see them pretty much week after week at the moment, getting them ready. And I imagine they'll probably be sent to Chile in the next few months. So at the moment it's just a case of, you know, it's just a case of getting them trained up, getting them all prepared, and then the Chilean Air Force will introduce them into their fleet. Obviously the RAF has the E7 Wedgetail, which they've ordered. They've only ordered 3 of them, but it's a replacement nonetheless. And yeah, the Chilean Air Force will benefit from the E3, no doubt about it. No doubt at all. Bravo closed due to surface defect. Runway 24 landings must vacate Alpha 1. Very interesting, Chris. Thank you for that, mate. It's quite interesting because I've noticed a few pilots have actually complained about the runway surface here at Edinburgh Airport, saying how bad it is and how rough it is. So it's interesting that Bravo was closed due to a surface defect. Very interesting indeed. Thank you for that information, mate. Few BA City Fly Embraers covering the holiday destinations on Saturday. Yes, we even have them at Newcastle. I'm going to go live one day at Newcastle when we get the British Airways City Flyer flight operating to Salzburg, because that comes in pretty much every weekend, and I haven't actually got it landing at Newcastle yet, so that's one which I do need to try and get soon. Wayne, good evening, lovely to have you with us. Heathrow's long overdue. I think Aberdeen would definitely be a good live stream. Aberdeen with all the helicopters and everything would be brilliant, but we'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. Generic Pilot, good evening. And Ironic, hello John, it's Ollie. Hello Ollie, great to have you with us, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Hello from good old Edinburgh. It's nice to have you on the live stream, mate. I hope you've had a good day. When you're back at Newcastle, Wayne, I'll probably be back at Newcastle this weekend at some point. Next week I'm hoping I'll not be doing as many hours at work, so I should have a little bit more free time. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, hopefully a live stream from Newcastle Airport this weekend, but we'll just have to see how it goes first. Les Donaldson, great to see a stream from Edinburgh. Hope the midges and corn lice aren't too bad. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, they're not too bad at the moment. I think the midges are definitely going to be a problem later on, though. I was here last week or the week before. No, it wasn't last week. The week before. And honestly, I was here till about 10:30, and I was getting eaten alive by the midges. There was thousands of them. And it's never a nice experience when you're having to scratch and try and film at the same time. It's really not a nice experience. I would never advise it. Surprised by the amount of traffic on a Saturday pre-pandemic. Yeah, it is, mate. It's pretty much back to normal, Rob. Are you heading for Lossiemouth on Wednesday? No. What's happening at Lossiemouth on Wednesday? This is how out of the loop I am. I have no idea what's happening at Lossiemouth. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued. Is there going to be a fly past of every single P8 Poseidon? Or you've got me curious now. But we've got nearly 200 people watching. We've got over 170 of you tuned in right now. It's lovely to have you all with us. We're live again, and this time we're at Edinburgh Airport. Change of scenery, new traffic, different location, and we're going to be here for most of the evening, so stay tuned. Lots more traffic to see. Very smooth, very smooth. It was quite funny. I presume there were a few pilots before who hadn't picked up on the NOTAM about holding point Bravo being closed, and they were applying pretty much full reverse thrust, manual brake, just to try and vacate at Bravo, only to then be told by Tower that they needed them to roll all the way to the end of the runway. It was quite funny, actually. Especially when you heard the screaming of the brakes as the poor pilots were stamping on them. Right, we've got the Loganair Embraer, and hey, a little bit of train spotting as well. It's Loganair Embraer lined up. Again, I haven't checked flight radar, so I'm not entirely sure where it's going. Robert Hadfield, Bob, good evening, mate. Great to have you with us. How are you keeping this evening? It's lovely you're able to join, mate. Have you had your tea, and will you check in a hotel or will you drive back home? Oh no, I'm not staying in a hotel, mate. For me, Edinburgh Airport's only an 1.5-hour drive. So between Newcastle and Edinburgh, the two of them, for me, I mean, Edinburgh's an 1.5 hours to get to. Newcastle Airport's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So, you know, I'm within travelling distance, but yeah, I'll just be heading straight back. And I haven't had my tea. No, I have not had my tea yet. I did have something to eat at work at about 12 o'clock, but I haven't had anything since then. One out and one in. So, yep, after we've got the cargo movements and we've exhausted all our batteries and exhausted all our energy, then I'm probably going to have another little pilgrimage over to good old McDonald's. You know, you can't come Planespotting to Edinburgh and not go to the McDonald's at the 06 end of the runway. So, yeah. Hope everyone's, actually, that's an interesting comment. Hope everyone's coping with the heat wave. Actually, to be perfectly honest, it's been quite cool. To me it has anyway. It's been quite cool in Edinburgh today. Down in Northumberland and the northeast, it's actually been really nice all day. It's been bright sunshine, blue skies. It's been really nice. But up here in Edinburgh, it's been quite, as you can see, I'll just zoom out. As you can see, it's been quite cloudy and fairly overcast. I was at the 06 spot earlier on, and the wind was blowing. And to be honest with you, I only had a short sleeve t-shirt on, but even with that slight breeze, and with there being no sunshine, it was actually quite chilly. So I would say it's been warmer in the northeast than it has been up here, in all honesty. I mean, yesterday was amazing. It's about 30 odd degrees. But yeah, it's got to say though, at the moment it's still short sleeve t-shirt weather, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. We've got a Loganair ATR 42, which is just taxiing to our left hand side and is about to line up on the runway, so we'll pan over to that. Glasgow would be cool with the Twin Otters. Yes, it would be. It would be. 8 US Air Force F-15s. Oh, that sounds quite interesting, mate. Quite interesting indeed. 8 US Air Force F-15s at Lossiemouth. Nice, nice. Right, let's pan back to the runway, and here's the Loganair about to depart. Loganair ATR 42-500. Laura Coyle, very good evening to you. Great to have you with us. I hope you're all keeping well. Looking forward to the Star Air 767 departure. Me too, Wayne, me too. It's going to be great to see it. I've shared quite a few videos of the Star Air 767 before, but to be honest with you, I haven't obviously live streamed it, so it'll be nice just to have it live. I think it's meant to depart in the next 30 minutes, so we should get the Star Air and the DHL 757 departing in theory. Right, here goes the Loganair ATR 42-500 heading off to the islands, no doubt. Sometimes you'll notice that these don't appear on flight radar until they've climbed up a little bit, and this is due to the ADS-B on them. So some of them works pretty well, especially the new ones, the ATR 72-600, but with the older models the ADS-B just isn't quite as good, so they take a moment or two to appear on flight radar 24. But yeah, pan along the apron and see what's happening. We've got the Edelweiss A320 there, Hotel Bravo Juliet November, and that actually was one of the ones I was hoping we'd see landing, but unfortunately I was running a little bit late, so we missed it landing. But we will, as long as it doesn't get a slot delay, we should get it departing in theory. So yeah, Lossiemouth Family's Friends Days on Wednesday next week. Red Arrow's Typhoon and possibly a P8 should be displayed. That'd be good. That'd be really good, Lloyd. Really good indeed. I would love to see some sort of formation display with the P8 Poseidon. I thought for the Queen's 75th Jubilee celebration, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the fly past over London, it was a bit of a shame that they didn't use maybe 3 or 4 of them, because that would have looked so impressive to have 3 or 4 Poseidons flying alongside each other. Obviously I know it depends on maintenance, serviceability and everything else, but that would have been so cool. It's been warm here, cooled down after 2 as you were just finishing your 4th day as a bus driver. How's that going, Ferryhill? Hope that's going well, mate. And that you're enjoying it too. McDonald's is 24 hours. It is indeed. John JG, hello from Brighton. You've just found the live stream. Fantastic, mate. It's great to have you join us from the very south coast of the UK. Great to have you with us. I hope you're keeping well. It'd be interesting to know from all of you as well what the weather is like in other parts of the UK. Like I say, here in Edinburgh at the moment, it's a little bit breezy, a little bit cloudy, but still quite mild. But definitely not as warm as it has been in the northeast. Like I say, it's been lovely and bright and sunny all day in the northeast. So yeah, great to see those hills as a backdrop to the aviation. It is indeed, mate. It is indeed. That EasyJet that taxied along there before is still holding short, so they must have. Either the cabin's not ready or something. They're obviously still waiting. Bit late for the Twin Otters. Yeah, it is a little bit late now, but one day I'm sure we can go live at Glasgow. It would be a good idea. Neil Smith, good evening. How is lovely Edinburgh? At the moment, it's quite nice. We've got a good bit of traffic. We've the temperature's good. And at the moment we're not currently being eaten alive by midges just yet. You can feel the odd one that's having a nibble, but apart from that, we're doing alright. I hope you're keeping well as well, mate. And we've got over 200 viewers. Wow, that's absolutely... My phone is quite slow, everyone, so a lot of the time I don't actually see the viewer numbers updated for a few minutes, and it's just jumped up to 249, so massive welcome to each and every one of you who's joined us this evening. It's great to have you with us. Cool history on the Star Air. Wayne Hartshorn. Registration Oscar Yankee Sierra Romeo Golf, and delivered new to New Zealand in September 1986. So that puts it at what, 36 years old, and then it's been converted for cargo. That is so cool. And amazingly, it's nearly spent 20 years as a cargo 767 as well. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. 1886 flight image. Yeah. If it was 1886, that would be quite worrying. I think even the poor Wright brothers would be looking over their shoulder saying, "What? 1886?" 1986 is definitely more plausible. Right, here comes our next departure, another EasyJet Airbus A320. I'm quite bemused because ever since I've been here, since around 3 o'clock, there've been so many Ryanair 737 Maxes, because Ryanair have them based here now, and it's weird for me to see so many Maxes here at Edinburgh. And that's EasyJet A320 up. It's a nice one to see. And then we've also got the British Airways City Flyer Embraer 190, which is just taxiing there as well. Golf Lima Charlie Alpha Foxtrot, and I believe this is one of the the newer City Flyer Embraer 190s that the airline has. Neil, you're in Slough to the west of London. Sunny weather all day, 32 Celsius. Wow, that is hot. That's not warm, that's hot. Yeah. It's a kind of temperatures where you could put an egg out on a frying pan and just watch it as it cooks. Absolutely loving your dream job, mate. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased you're enjoying it. I know you've said before it was something you were wanting to do, and it's great you're finally able to do it. It's really good. Wayne Lawson, thank you so much for the donation, mate. That is really kind of you. It really means a lot. Thank you so much, Wayne. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And again, can't not emphasize how thankful I am to all you dear channel members and everyone who supports the channel, so thank you all very much. Right, here comes the EasyJet Airbus A319, and this one was waiting for a little bit, and now they're finally departing. EasyJet departed, and now we've got one on final, and we've got the City Flyer that's just about to line up and depart. But yeah, we've got a good bit of traffic now. Actually, I keep looking over toward the Star Air 767, just waiting for when it pushes back. Canfor C-17 and Herc's doing the shuttle run to Poland and back. Ah, that's interesting, Rob. That's very interesting, mate. There's always good stuff to see as well at Prestwick at the moment. Slot time got moved back, more than likely. I missed the C-17 doing touch and goes at Newcastle. Oh well, I've got them a few times actually at Newcastle doing touch and goes and all sorts, to be honest with you. So I've seen them quite a few times. But yeah, just seen we've got a DHL. Yes, we do. Brighton's very muggy in Tynemouth after a hot and sunny day, Craig. Thanks very much. Great stream. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, when I left work before, and obviously my work's in the northeast, I left work and it was boiling. I opened the car door and it was like it was like walking into a sauna. It was so hot. And actually, that's one small consolation. My old car used to have leather seats, and in the summertime, particularly when you had warm weather, you'd get inside and you would be cooking as soon as you sat down, because it was so hot, because obviously the leather became so warm. So yeah, I'm quite pleased I don't have leather seats anymore, to be honest. Right, here's Loganair's... Oh no, it's not Loganair, sorry, apology to my Irish friends. Emerald Airlines, Aer Lingus Regional, ATR 72-600. So here's a little bit of a crosswind. Is Echo India Foxtrot Sierra Kilo, and funny enough, that is sorry for the wind noise, folks. It is, as you can hear, it's quite windy. That is one of the few ATR 72-600s to still have a registration from when it used to be with Stobart Air. So yeah, that's continued on. It's still got its registration to this day. Didn't know the train line's adjacent. Yes, the main train line just runs behind the end of the runway. So if you're ever fortunate enough to get a train from Edinburgh Waverley or Haymarket, heading to say Glasgow or wherever, your train will go straight past the end of the runway. Oh, that Aer Lingus has just vacated at Bravo. That's interesting. That Aer Lingus has just vacated at Bravo. Take note of that. So that Aer Lingus is the first plane I've seen all day use the exit at Bravo, because all the flights have been vacating at the end of end of the runway. So there's an interesting one. I can see there's over 340 of you tuned in at the moment. Very, very warm welcome, and hope you're all having a lovely evening as well. Big welcome to the live stream. We're going to be live for another couple of hours, and yeah, hopefully you can stay with us. We've got plenty more movements to watch. Edelweiss is a first view as well, David. Ah, interesting, interesting. Loganair is going to Sunborough, it is, yes, that's the one. Heading right up to Shetland. I managed to go to Shetland last year, and it was absolutely amazing. Beautiful place and really worth a visit. It was funny because we were just in the early stages of obviously relaxing certain measures relating to the pandemic, and visiting Shetland was amazing. Got the Flyart 737-800. It's just getting boarded there, and then we've got Ryanair 737-800 just taxiing. Hello from Johannesburg. Big welcome to you as well, Julie. Lovely to have you on the live stream. Welcome on board. That one is Echo India Echo Foxtrot Yankee. And a 737-800. And like I say, we'll be seeing one of their Maxes very shortly. A319 with 2 overwing emergency exits each side. Specifically built for EasyJet. That's right, mate. That's absolutely right. Although someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was BMI or British Airways. I'm sure one of their A319s ended up with them as well. I might be wrong. Someone can correct me on that. But yeah. Samuel Taylor, good evening, mate. Lovely to have you on board. And I really hope you're keeping well, mate. It's lovely to have you with us. And William Lawson, hello from a jock living in Gosport. Hey, down near Portsmouth. Hope you're having a lovely day, mate. And I get that used to saying hello from the northeast. It's a bit. I've got to get out of that habit today and say greetings from Edinburgh. Hello from bonny old Scotland. Right, here we are. Here's the next one. British Airways A320 Neo. You can see how there's a little bit of a crosswind. Well, not crosswind, but it's a bit windy. And Amish, great feed, thank you very much. Edward, yes, doing very well, thanks, doing very well. How are you keeping? I hope you're keeping well, mate. Lovely to have you on the live stream. Folks, I'm just going to go... Dylan, you're the first officer on LS561 to Dalaman if I'm live. Unfortunately, mate, I'm going to be working tomorrow. I'm just seeing when is it that's meant to go out. I don't think I'm going to make that one, unfortunately, mate, but thank you very much for asking. We will be live over the weekend at some point. I'll try and schedule it in advance, and if you hit the notification button on the channel and subscribe, you should be able to get a notification for when I schedule the next live stream from Newcastle Airport. So oh, that British Airways A320 Neo has just vacated via Bravo as well, so Bravo must be open now, I assume. So yeah, love the sound of the Neo, same here. Did you get a train? No. Many years ago I would have got a train, but you wouldn't have had a live stream because I'd be that knackered from travelling here. So yeah, no trains for me, unless I'm flying for pleasure. Then sometimes I do enjoy a good train ride. Right, folks, I am just going to go off the live stream for a moment and just focus on the filming side of things. So we've got British Airways A320 Neo there, Tango Tango November India, and it's weird to think that in a few years British Airways are going to have 737 Maxes. It's a really weird thought. But the company is expanding. They are trying to obviously have a mixed fleet still and not rely solely on one supplier of aircraft, as that is shown with certain airlines, that when you do become overly reliant on one particular type, you cause yourself many other problems. So I suppose the Max is probably a good option for British Airways, and it'll operate in many routes for them. It'll be good to good to see it here when it arrives. It's the crew just pulling up to stand 6 there. See the guidance system just straight ahead as well. We'll zoom in on that. Airbus A320. And that'll give the crew that line will show them how far away they are from the edge of the centre line of the stand line, and gives them a good reference of where to stop. So you see that little flashing red on the right. That flashing red on the right of that little display means that the crew need to come a little bit further to the left. And then in a second, there you go, it'll say stop, and then the crew stop at that point, and then they're in a good position where they can be shut the engines down, the ground crew can get to work, and in this case the jet bridge there at the left side can be connected if they do happen to use it. But yeah, the stand guidance systems are very effective and much easier than having to have someone marshal the aeroplane onto stand every time. So it's a little bit of useless information for you all. We'll just pan down the side of the terminal. You've got the Edinburgh Airport logo there. EasyJet's parked up on stand there. British Airways Echo Uniform Yankee Kilo on stand 9. And we've got Edelweiss A320 parked up there on stand 10. The cargo doors are now closed. The tug looks like it's connected, so we'll probably get that departing in a few minutes. And then just to the left of the Edelweiss on stand 11, we've got Ryanair's 737-800, which is just pushing back now. So. And that one is Echo India, Echo Mike Delta, EIEMD. That's just pushing back. Can't see the Star Air 767 pushing back yet, but again, that won't be very long. It'll be going in the next 30 or 40 minutes, and that is going to be an awesome movement to see. We've got a Ryanair 737 MAX coming in from France as well, I believe, so that'll be good. And again, folks, keep your comments coming up in the live chat and any questions you might have and so on. I'll try my best to answer them. And again, I can't overemphasize how lovely it is to have you all on board, so it's great to have you with us. Are there many up at Armand Bank? No. Amish. From Heathrow. Put on the Scottish accent, och I the new. I can't do that, mate. That'd be insulting to a true Scot, honestly. I'd get my ear clipped and told where to go. Have you had Scottish fried pizza? Yes, I have, and it's not my cup of tea. I've had fried Mars bars, I've had haggis, I've had loads and loads of stuff, but yeah, fried pizza is not top of my list, I have to say. Jack Brown, you were at Edinburgh 2 weeks ago. Amazing runway views from the terminal. Yes, you get great views from the terminal. Doesn't matter where you go. The sad thing with most airport terminals now is they're trying to put cafes and everything where the views are to try and, you know, take people away and, you know, get them to have to pay for views and so on, which it's a shame, because there's nothing better than going into a terminal, finding a seat, having a drink, and just having a good view of the airport. So can't really beat it. We see very busy this time of year, especially Turkish in Dalaman tomorrow, Bodrum Wednesday, then Dalaman again on Thursday. Wow, very busy there, mate. Very busy. Hey, it's good compared to what it was. You think what it was a year ago. I was looking on Flight Radar 24 the other day, and it's crazy to see just how empty the airspace is compared to what it is, you know, compared to what it is today. So just shows you what a year's difference makes. Hello from Buckeye, Arizona, and a pleasant 45. Oh my goodness, Keith, that is yeah, that's a bit unbearable heat. That's more oven temperature than anything. It's great to have you with us, mate. Great to have you with us. I think it's only been about high 20s, low 30s across the UK today, so it's not been dramatic, let's put it that way. It's weird to think they're getting 7 Hillsdeng. It's weird to think of British Airways getting 737s when they binned them for Airbuses. That's right. They used to operate quite a few, but unfortunately no more. The Edelweiss has just put his beacon lights on. Yep, the Edelweiss has just put his beacon lights on, so he'll be going out very shortly. And just waiting for this Ryanair to taxi out, and then they can get going. There's some activity happening over on the cargo apron near where the 767 is, so we'll bring you that shortly. But at the moment the 767 still hasn't pushed back. We're still waiting for it. That's the Ryanair going there, and that'll allow the Edelweiss to push back. England winning 1-0. I don't know what game you're on about there, Ferry Hill. I'm not too sure, mate. British Airways use the 737 down in Africa. They do in South Africa with their Comair subsidiary, but the thing is, the Comair subsidiary, I believe the agreement has now finished, or the airline is ending all its flights. So the British Airways brand is going to disappear on those flights, which is a shame. There's the Edelweiss pushing back, A320, and that'll be going to Zurich. Ewan, hello from Newcastle. Lovely to have you on board. Feed down. Was the feed down? Oh dear. It's still up on my end, so yeah, it should still be up there, mate. I assume when they went to order, they were for Comair. I was surprised when they said UK. Yes, and not just the UK, but it's for the IAG group. So even though they're meant to be primarily for British Airways, they could even end up flying with Iberia or other airlines as well. So maybe even Aer Lingus, who knows. EasyJet A319 certified for 156 packs, hence additional overwing exits. Some now sold to Allegiant. That's right, Flight Image. Yeah, some of them are now flying with Allegiant Air crossing the States. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Ryanair is to Barcelona. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. You love a fried Mars bar. Nice. Used to fly in and out of Edinburgh in your Ryanair days, Dylan. Lovely in your Ryanair days. Nice one, mate. It is. It's a cracking airport. It's a really good airport. One thing a lot of the funny enough, not just some of the Ryanair guys here say, but some of the British Airways and EasyJet ones have been commenting on how bad the runway surface is on touchdown, and it's quite noticeable because a recent AAIB report in the UK found that it was the damaged runway surface here at Edinburgh Airport that was attributed to the problems of British Airways I think it was an A319 had. Basically this A319 was rolling down the runway, and because of the runway surface being the way it was, it caused so many vibrations through the aircraft. It actually affected the IRS selectors, the inertial reference system, and because of that, when the crew came to perform an approach into London Heathrow, it actually deviated from the approach path because it had upset the IRS system, and it was all attributed to Edinburgh's runway. And it's noticeable because they haven't done anything about it apart from little patches, so really the whole runway could do with resurface. This weather is ridiculous. Where's the rain? That's a good question, mate. It's a very good question, Alex. Lovely to have you with us as well, mate. Sorry, folks, I'm just going over to this Edelweiss. Edelweiss is just taxiing. Paul Eddy, you're here, and oh, there's your work. Oh, don't you wish you were there, mate? Oh dear. Right, I'm just going to leave the Edelweiss for a second, pan back to the approach. Landing, very nice indeed. For those of you who weren't with us before, I was just saying all day the aircraft have been vacating at the very far end of the runway because apparently they were working on holding point Bravo or trying to fix it, or there was something, and now they've just started using it again, so I presume they've sorted whatever problem it was, or I don't know. I don't really know. Wow, we've got over 450 people tuned in at the moment. Very, very good evening to each and every one of you. It's lovely to have you with us. And like I've said to everyone who's joined earlier on, we're going to be here for a couple of hours live and get some of the cargo movements and yeah, try and bring you some content from up here in Edinburgh. Nice change of scenery, new airlines, and lovely to see. You heard yesterday, John, that from the US, that Boeing are not going to go ahead with the 737 MAX 10. It's actually quite funny the reason why, and I don't believe that they've cancelled the MAX 10 full stop. I believe they've threatened to cancel the MAX 10, and part of the reason is, and it all goes back to the 737 MAX crash. So basically the FAA imposed all of this extra regulation on Boeing for when they're testing a new aircraft, and in turn Boeing have said, well, you're making the process so hard for us that we're just going to basically scrap one of our projects because it's going to take too long to certify. I don't think they've formally gone ahead with it. I might be completely wrong, but yeah, I think it's just to try and make a point that the FAA is dragging its heels in Boeing's view, but then in the FAA's view, Boeing misled them about the 737 MAX. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, to be honest. But yeah, it's okay. The posh in Edinburgh over the west coast are a bit more broad. That is true. That is true. I can get away with it here. Sorry that I'm having to pan so quickly, folks, but it's when you're looking at one end of the runway and you've got to quickly switch over to the other one, it's a bit of a pain. Right, here we have one of Ryanair's brand new 737 MAXes arriving into Edinburgh. It's the first time I've got one from this spot. It's so weird having base 737 MAXes as well. If you thought the Max was going to be quieter, I think you may be disappointed there. Oh dear. Alright, let's zoom in on this this next one. Next Ryanair heading out. 737-800, and again I'm not sure where it's flying to. I haven't had a chance to check. The women's Euros 2-0 against Norway. Oh, of course, man, I forgot about. Totally forgot. Yeah, it's very good. Mind, I've got to say, oops, I've got to say they have shown themselves to be an excellent team and very, very talented. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Max 10 due at Farnborough plus 7779. Yeah, I thought the Max was due into to Farnborough. Thank you for pointing that out, Flight Image. Thanks, mate. William, thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated for joining. Appreciate that. Liam, nice to see someone covering Edinburgh for a change, and a northerner. Much appreciated, mate. Cheers for that. Yeah, I like to try and, you know, get to all local airports, and we've got a few more live streams planned. You know, we've got a few more at Newcastle to do, and I've had a few good suggestions as well. You know, one up at Aberdeen, another one across at Glasgow. So there's plenty of opportunity. Beautiful. Right, let's focus on something a little more beautiful though. You cannot beat a little bit of a Boeing 737 Max. Max 200 at that as well. Folks, I don't know if you can hear the wind noise, but it is quite blustery, so I'm sorry in advance if you can hear the wind, but unfortunately it's not as sheltered here, so the audio might not be as good, so my apologies if you can hear lots of wind noise. Sorry about that. Morning from a very morning from a very wet and blustery Wellington, New Zealand. Hey, hello mate, from the other side of the world. Great to have you with us. Hello from Edinburgh Airport. It's so good to have normal traffic again here. It's, you know, I can't underemphasize just, you know, how cool it is to see all the airlines back again and normal schedules and so on. Henry, hello mate, it's lovely to have you with us. Alex, you want the rain? The weather's too hot, feels like you're in Ibiza, but no Costa del Yorkshire. To be honest with you, I actually feel for the people who don't live near the coast, for those who live inland, because if you live inland and you don't have a, you know, the seaside or anything to go to, it's a bit of a pain. But we're a little bit fortunate here, because even if you are inland, it's only about 20-30 miles to the sea, so you know, it's not too bad. Are you planning to do Manchester? Yes, yeah, hopefully doing Manchester one day. I'd like to do Manchester. Manchester gets a lot of coverage, I feel, though, but I'd definitely like to do it one day. To be honest, I quite enjoy trying to cover more of the airports you don't see, you know, many live streams and stuff from, particularly up in my neck of the woods in the northeast and Scotland. So, you know, just trying to cover them as and when I can. So got some nice bird song again. And I missed a few comments there. James Lang, best wishes from Glasgow. Heads up, Atlas A400 flew over Glasgow en route to Reykjavik. Thank you very much for that, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers. Good looking livery, the Edelweiss. It is indeed, mate. It is. It's a nice livery. Right, here comes the Fly R. There is an EasyJet departing, but I think we'll focus on the Fly R, given that it's a more interesting airline. Although saying that, we're going to get it departing anyway. So 6 and 2 3s. Uniform Zulu, Hotel Juliet. Another Neo. Right, focus back on the Flyer 737 MAX, there it is. 737 MAX, what am I saying? It's a... Sorry folks, ignore me, it's a 737-800. Ignore me completely. You mean Boom 2.0? Well, to be honest with you, if it does fly, it'll be impressive, but it's going to be a long time before it's in scheduled passenger service, unfortunately. You were for the first wave, 2 Ryanairs, 2 Jet 2s, all went late this morning, 5 to 9. Oh, what a nightmare, mate, what a nightmare. I seen yesterday that at Newcastle we had a lot of flights run late. Oh, we've got some action, folks. We have the DHL 757 is just pushing back, and the Star Air 767 is ready to go. So the DHL is pushing back, and we'll get the 757 and the 767 in just a few minutes. So brilliant, fantastic news. Airport you hate landing at the most is Manchester, very busy, and the touchdown point is tricky on 2-3 right, because if you miss it you're on the downside, which messes up the flare. That's true, yeah. It's just that little bit of the threshold, as you say, where it just goes and then slopes downward. It's a bit of a pain. Be interesting to know what your favourite airport is to fly in and out of. I hope Newcastle would be top of the list. Right, here goes the Flyer 737-800. Again, sorry I'm having to make so many adjustments, but the wind is not on my side today. Norman, you're seen on flight radar around tea time. Star Air operating for Merscare. Yes. Well, the Star Air 767 here is a scheduled flight, so we'll see that one. But here goes the Flyer 737-800 heading across to Oslo. Like I say, folks, sorry if it is a bit windy, but there's nothing I can do about the weather, unfortunately. It's actually getting a little bit cooler now as well. It's definitely getting a bit cool. What's the best times for cargo ops at Edinburgh? Rob, the best times are about now, sort of from 8:30 up to probably about 10 o'clock. Ideally though, the best times to do it is May and June, as you're heading toward the longest day of the year. If you do it around then, typically you always get some good shots. But it is definitely worth it, mate. It's definitely worth it. And Matthew Lowe, hello. Yes, going very well, thanks, mate. Going very well. Hope you're keeping well as well, mate. Right, here's the DHL 757 taxiing, first cargo movement for tonight. Oh, and the Star Air's that DHL is taxiing, the Star Air's just pushing back, so that is perfect. The Star Air's pushing back, the DHL's taxiing. Even better. Even better. Buy a 757, you get a 767 for free. How long can Boeing keep dragging out the 737 though? Probably for a while. Boo-hoo, hello, Edinburgh Airport has changed so much. Yeah, it has, it's changed quite a bit. Maxes are a painful load and you can't bulk load them like a normal NG. That's interesting, mate. It's very, very interesting. It's amazing the small differences that things like that have an impact on, even, you know, the likes of you ground handlers and everyone. It has a small impact. Keep us updated. Yeah, keep us updated, mate. Thank you. Here comes the DHL, and he's got his strobe lights on. So is he going for a Charlie departure? He can't be. No. Can't be, surely. He's got his strobe lights on because he's taxiing down the old runway. Peter, good evening. Lovely to have you on board. Roger, hello across the pond from Knoxville, Tennessee. Lovely to have you with us. 3-0 now. Wow, dear me. I'd better avoid saying that out loud because there might be some of our viewers who aren't watching it who are waiting to hear what the score is. So, Aer Lingus live's best for Manchester. Yeah, they do loads of good content from Manchester. I've watched quite a few of their live streams before, and they've even popped on here. It's great, the content they get from the airport. It's really good. Welcome to the stream from Costa del Edinburgh. It's pretty much accurate there, mate. Yeah, exactly. Your turnaround time's the same. You don't get any extra time with it. So, yeah, that's absolutely true, mate. Right, folks. Harry Birdie, big welcome as a channel member, mate. It's lovely to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining. And if you'd like to message me on Twitter or Facebook, and if you have WhatsApp, if you'd like to be added to our WhatsApp group, then let me know and I'll get you added. You get live, you get updates as to when we've got new content or a live stream coming out. And right, folks, here we go. It's RB211 time. As Les Donaldson has rightly said, it's RB211 time. Here we go. This is going to be a nice one. Sadly, they did do a derated takeoff the other week, so the sound wasn't quite as good as it usually is. But we'll see what it does anyway. Here we go. A better one. That was a much better one. The one last week, the 757 last week, the takeoff, the power was so derated, it nearly used 3/4 of the runway before it actually rotated, and it was so quiet. But that was much better, much better. Right, here comes the Star Air 767, the star of the show, no pun intended. Do they still use the old runway, Ferry Hill? No, they don't, mate. They don't use the old runway. The old runway was finished in 2017 or 2018, and it's now just used as a crossover taxiway, basically. So it links the cargo apron to the general aviation, or what was the general aviation, and all the business jet stands. So that's pretty much it. Hello from London, hello from Berlin, good evening. Lovely to have you all on board. Who do you think of a stream from London Gatwick. Not people. Do you know what's funny actually is there's some great content from London Gatwick. One of my good friends who's a YouTuber, Top Failure, he's done some cracking footage, crosswind footage and that from London Gatwick Airport, and you're right, it's surprising actually that they don't get many live streams or anything from Gatwick, but yeah, that would definitely be a good one to do one day, definitely. It would have been better to do a few years ago when the likes of Thomas Cook and Monarch were still flying, but yeah, it would be good. It's definitely Thursday. Newcastle's definitely your favourite when you land there, Dylan. You smell home and Greggs is right next to the international arrivals. What more could a person want? Honestly, it's. I've got to say, if I'm on a daytime flight into Newcastle Airport, typically I always seem to arrive back in the evening. But if I'm on a daytime flight, there is nothing better than walking through arrivals and then just knowing that you can get a sausage roll from Greggs. It really is brilliant. Right, there's the Star taxiing. I was wondering if the EasyJet might take a Charlie intersection, but he's not. No, they're just following in behind, so we've got the Star Air taxiing, we've got the EasyJet A319 Echo Zulu Alpha Whiskey taxiing. And we've got a plane that's just about to land. I can't see quite what it is. Aye, that is actually true. It'll keep the midges away, Rob Brown. You're absolutely right. That is one positive thing about this wind. If there is such a thing as positive things about wind. Right, here we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot who it was that just put in the live chat. Someone put that Echo India Sierra Tango Kilo was inbound from Newcastle. Here it is. We saw it last week depart Newcastle Airport, and yesterday or the day before's video was of this particular aircraft, and here it is again. Another nice classic. That's ASL Airlines Echo India Sierra Tango Kilo, all the way from sunny Newcastle Airport, all the way from the northeast. Hey. If I go and print a postage label and get myself into a big box and quickly head over to the other side of the airport, I might just be able to get there to hop on board for the return flight tomorrow. So maybe I should do that. Right, here comes the star of the show. And this one is always a fun one. This movement is top of my list every time. Every time this one wins. It's still the first half and it's 6-0. Wow, dear me. Dear me. Right, here she goes. Power. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's such a powerful thing. It's literally up in the air in seconds. It's doesn't take any getting off the runway. Amazing aircraft. Absolutely amazing. And we got them one after the other as well. That was even better. So cool. So cool to see that. Right, here's STK just taxiing. Wow, that was so cool. So cool. Again, you can hear, folks, it's getting quite windy. So odd seeing aircraft without winglets. It is, Wayne. Yes, it is. It's not very often nowadays, but a lot of the classics still don't have any winglets as such. But yeah, it's so cool. Speedbird aye, that's another. Aye, I knew someone was doing. Aye, but Gatwick's a great airport. Right, here's the next movement. EasyJet, another one. A319, getting ready to go. Charlie, watching from Germany. Great to have you with us. Jacob McGregor, hey up, mate. Great to have you with us. Hope you're having a lovely day, mate. Hope you're having a lovely day. Goes back out early morning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. Oh, B just nearly hit me in the head. I'm pretty sure that it flies to Paris now, and then tomorrow it flies from Paris, Edinburgh, then Edinburgh, Newcastle, or Paris, Newcastle. I can't remember the exact flight schedule. But yeah, here it goes. EasyJet. Gotta love the Delta 767-300s. Totally agree with you there, Paul. Totally agree. They're amazing to see. See you soon, Alex. Take care of yourself. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, we'll see what other movements we've got left to see, folks, but that was a lovely little spell there. That was really nice. It's the EISTK just taxiing into the cargo apron over there at the far end. Sorry for the wobbling there, folks. It's just trying to get the camera pan so it's in one fixed position, especially for these kind of shots. We'll have to fly to or over Edinburgh sometime, definitely, mate. That would be fantastic. Just a cheeky entry into the control zone, fly overhead, a few photos, annoy the Edinburgh controllers, and then head back to Northumberland. I think that sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a really good plan. Richard Taylor, hello from Northumberland, mate. From up the road, from Edinburgh. A big hello to you as well, mate. Great to have you with us. So we've got STK that's parked there, and then we've got... I'm just interested in some of these business jets, to be honest with you. Got a nice one there. Gulfstreams, Falcon. What else is there? Ryanair Max. I'll settle for Ryanair Max. That one's a good one. Yeah, looks like Bravo's opened, Lloyd. Yeah, I noticed the first one to use it before was the Aer Lingus ATR. That was the first one I noticed that used it. So yeah, it definitely seems to be back up and running again, which is good. Once again, folks, we've got over 450 of you tuned in, and we just had over 500 there, which is absolutely incredible. Amazing to have you all on board this live stream, and thank you so much for your support for the channel. And if you like what you see, do consider having a look at some of the other content I put out. And I'm trying to make these live streams a bit more regular, and try and vary where we're going, go to different airports and so on. So it's lovely to have you on board. Just having a look at the flight radar list now to see what movements we've got left. I've got another Aer Lingus ATR which is just coming in, and we've also got an EasyJet, another Ryanair, another EasyJet, another one, another Ryanair, another British Airways, another British Airways, the other Ryanair 737 MAX EI Hen is on its way from Dublin and we'll be landing in 25 minutes, so we might stick around for that. Well, actually, there's Wizz Air's A321. It was meant to be in at 9:20, and that was going to be the Wizz Air A321 Neo was going to be the last movement I filmed. So we'll stick around for the Wizz Air until that lands, and then we'll probably end the live stream there, folks, and call it a day. But we've still got a few Ryanairs to come in, a few EasyJets, a few British Airways. Nothing major, nothing hugely exciting, but you know, a few movements nonetheless. But at the moment it's just quieting down a bit. And whilst it's quieting down, I'm just going to get a quick drink as well, folks. Ranger is just doing a runway inspection there. Quick drive down the runway. We'll just focus on that for a second. So yeah, the Wizz Air A321 Neo landing is probably going to be the last one that we film, and then that'll be it for today. But remember, folks, please keep your comments and questions in the live chat, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. And sorry for the wind noise, unfortunately it's not that good. Great channel, first time subscriber. How about an early morning live feed? That would be good. That would be really good, yeah. United 767, United 757. That would be a great idea, actually. I have considered doing an early morning feed, so I think we might do that one day, but again, it's just logistics of having the day off, getting the time off, etc., and doing it. So yeah, we'll have to do that. You're in Cardiff 2 years ago, seen 6 planes. Nice one, mate. It's very good. It's very, very good. See you later. Get that out, take it. And up to 7 transatlantic flights a day out of Edinburgh. Yeah, it's crazy how many flights there are. It's crazy how many flights there are. We've got the Aer Lingus ATR 72-600, which is just on the approach now. So we will zoom in over to that. So you can see the West Atlantics. Some have been prepared. That one's got its cargo door open. And yeah, some of them are being prepared, and the other ones are just sitting doing nothing really. So yeah, just zoom out over to the Aer Lingus, which is over there. There it is. What's your drink of choice tonight? Well, it's got to be non-alcoholic because I'm driving, so it's going to have to be a milkshake. Sorry for being very bland and not very exciting, but yeah, it's got to be a milkshake tonight, unfortunately. Just going to grab a quick drink, folks, one sec. Right, here's the ATR. Now I'm assuming this is one of the newer ones that's been delivered to Aer Lingus Regional, because there isn't a photo of it on Flight Radar 24, so it must be fairly new. You can see how windy it is, just the way they're coming in there. That's the ATR down. As you can see, it's going to vacate via Bravo toward the left-hand side. There we go. Nice bit of light on that one as well. Echo India Golf Zulu Yankee. Very small. And we've got another plane that's just turned onto the final approach there, folks, so we'll pan back to that in just a second. And I've just had my drink, so I'm going to have a look at all of your comments in the live chat in just a second, folks. But I am going to have to change the battery on the camcorder because unfortunately it is about to die, so I'm going to have to change that in just a second. So the live stream will go off for a moment and then it'll be straight back on again, so bear with me. Right folks, the live stream's just going to go off just for one quick second, bear with me. Right, that should be us back on there folks, apologies for the slight inconvenience. So that's the Aer Lingus. Just taxiing in on the stand there, and then we've got Ryanair's 737-800 just pushing back there, and shortly we'll have another plane landing. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll see it in just a second. And which airport are we at? We are at, yeah, we're at Edinburgh Airport, so yeah. You're on EasyJet, it was cancelled as you got to the gate and you had to wait for 2 hours. It's such a pain, mate, it's such a pain. Actually, Paul Eddy, your comment, you really want us to see, you really wanted us to get the Air France. If you rewind our live stream to the very start of the live stream, we did get the Air France departing. I just managed to get it in the live stream in the first few minutes. So we did just manage to get it. Brian, hello from Whitley Bay. Great to have you on board. Welcome. Nice to have you with us, mate. You're proficient at annoying the Scottish controllers. I'm saying nothing, mate. I'm saying absolutely nothing. Man. Some people have a history and other people just, yeah, have a history. Alright, here's the British Airways Embraer 190 just landing now. You can see that bit of wind there. Beautiful. Very, very nicely done. assume that a lot of the biz jets are here for the Gulf. I assume so, Rob. I assume so. It's unusual to have quite so many business jets, but yeah. Got the British Airways A320 Neo has pushed back, so we'll get that departing in just a few minutes as well. So we've got British Airways about to depart, we've got Ryanair about to depart. Can you join the WhatsApp group? Unfortunately, it's for channel members only, mate, as Ferry Hill has rightly pointed out. And Jagger, hello. 9YSMB, hello. Hello from Eccles, great to have you with us. Anyone remember Concorde doing a stop over Edinburgh in the 1990s? There's a good question. Cracking tower Edinburgh has too, it is indeed, mate. It certainly is. It's, the Edinburgh Air Traffic Control Tower is a lovely design. With that background as well, it's really, really phenomenal. Well, the sun's just trying to make an appearance. You can see the light is changing ever so slightly, so the sun is trying to make an appearance, but sorry for the wind, unsuccessfully at the moment. And there's the British Airways Embraer 190 just taxiing again. Nice light on that. Well, it's getting a little bit chilly now, folks, so I'm going to have to put a jacket on in just a few minutes because it's getting quite cool. Oh, British Airways is taxiing as well. That's one out, and one in. Pretty cool. What I was hoping to do whilst I was away in Europe at Gdansk Airport was to do a live stream there, but unfortunately I just didn't get around to it. But hopefully at some point when I'm flying away later in the year, we'll try and do a live stream from another airport. That'd be good. As you can all probably tell by the sound of the wind, it's fairly blustery at the moment, so I'm not sure what the wind's indicating here at Edinburgh, but it is very blustery. Calls himself a Geordie. Actually, no, you're wrong there, Chris. I don't call myself a Geordie. You're very much mistaken there. I do call myself a Northumbrian, but I never profess to be a Geordie, ever. One plaudit I don't have. There's that funny thing between, say, where Berwick is, between Berwick, Newcastle, Alnwick. You know, it's you've got Borders, you've got a bit of Scottish, you've got, you know, Tyneside, you've got Geordie, you've got all sorts. But yeah. Do this, who built the tower, do the same at Newcastle Airport? I don't think it was the same one, so I think it was a different company that built it. That wind is getting strong. 230 at 16 knots, so it's about, it's only 10 degrees off. It's not that much of a crosswind really. Yeah, it feels strong. I know it was forecast because the Met Office said that the wind was going to take the temperatures down a bit. It was going to make it feel a bit more chilly, which they were right. It is. Right, we're going to switch to manual focus, and we're going to get these movements. There's one just coming in now, so we're just going to pan over to that one. I think it's an EasyJet A320 Neo coming in, so it's just about to land. Very nicely done. Nicely done. Right, let's go zoom out. Hand back over to the Ryanair. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put my jacket on. Where's he going? Good question. Good question. EasyJet A320, that was the one, Colin. Thank you very much, mate. The Ryanair from Dublin is in 8 minutes. Brilliant. We'll be, like I say, we'll be sticking around till the Wizz Air. And then once the Wizz Air's landed, we'll call it a day, I think. And we've had some good movements. We had the Edelweiss, we've had the Flyer, we've had DHL 757, Star Air 767. It's been a really good evening. After the Ryanair from Treviso. Righto, got that. Thanks very much, mate. Sun is just making a brief appearance now. Oh, they're getting two departures out. So the British Airways A320 Neo is just lining up. So we've got traffic that's on final. You can see it just over there in the top left hand corner. Actually, he's still on approach. He hasn't even got his landing gear down by the looks of it. So got that traffic on approach, and then we've got the A320 Neo. It's just lined up. Happy days. Nice to watch this instead of running about daft all day. Yeah, it must be weird being there at work and then watching a live stream again from somewhere that you work. It's got to be quite odd. I can still see that there's about 300 of you all tuned in at the moment. It's lovely to have you all still with us. Sorry for the wind noise and so on, but unfortunately I didn't pick the weather right. But hello from Edinburgh Airport. It's lovely to have you with us. So here's British Airways A320 Neo departing back to London Heathrow. Very nice indeed, very nice. And there's the sunlight has just come out at the perfect time, it really has done. There's the EasyJet just taxiing in that lovely sunlight. Right, we'll pan back to the Ryanair that's just about to touch down. Was a nice landing. Again, like I say, you can see the airplane just battling that wind on final there. Pretty cool to see. Right. So for those of you who have just joined us, we're only waiting for the Wizz Air A321 Neo, and then after that, that's going to be it for today. So. Only that one to wait for, and then we'll be ending the live stream. But it's been lovely to have everyone on board today. And like I say, we had over 500 of you on before, and it's brilliant to have each and every one of you tuned in. So thank you all, and for your comments and the live chat and everything. It really does contribute to a nice evening. Are the houses on the hillside as close as they look? Yes, they are. They actually, genuinely, they do have a really good view of the approach and of the airport activity. But yeah, it'll be quite a cool place for an aviation enthusiast to have your house there. It'll be really cool. Lovely lighting on the BA, Rob. Yeah, the light is just stunning at the moment. It's really stunning. Great stream from Blackpool, where we did have a great functional airport. That's absolutely right, Ian. Yes, good old Jet 2 back in the day. And yeah, I remember when it used to be, you didn't think much of it, but you know, likes of when Jet 2 used to fly there. I always remember Jet 2 having their base there, and I never thought anything of it because it was just something normal. You know, whereas now you mention to people about, oh, flights to and from Blackpool, and you know, they almost look at you as if you're funny. But hopefully one day those flights do return. It would be nice to see Blackpool with some connections again. The light is just perfect at the moment, but I have a feeling that sun's going to disappear in the next few minutes. See all that dark cloud behind. That dark cloud has been here pretty much all day. It's not been great, to be perfectly honest with you. But, yeah. Right, we've got. I think this is this the max? No, is this the max? I think it might be. Let's zoom in and see. Yes, it is. It's the good old Ryanair 737 Max. Woohoo! Oops. Oh dear me. That wind is strong. Whoa! Now that was a planted landing, flipping heck.
That poor 737 MAX 8-200 has only literally just been born, created, however you want to term it, and you know, thrashing it about like that, planting out your Edinburgh video from Saturday, can't be bothered, this is better. Oh, that's too kind of you, Rob, cheers mate. And Chris Kennedy, thanks for the update on the MAX 8-200 being established mate, appreciate that. Just a quick browse on Flight Radar. Wizz Air is delayed, it is, yes mate, it is indeed. Unfortunately. But we'll get that one. I'm just going to wind this. I'll put the tripod up just to put the camcorder up just to try and obscure some of the wind noise, but it's obscuring more of the view than it is the wind noise. That's better. Great stream, Wayne. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the wind is bad. It's apparently up to 16 knots, but it feels much, gotta say, there's times it feels much stronger than that. Can you fly to Newcastle to Edinburgh? Yes, you can. If you book a very big box and parcel and fly with FedEx, then yes, you can. But as a passenger, unfortunately, no, you can't. But, the technical answer is yes. The factual answer is no. So yeah, I'm just trying to stand in front of the wind to try and obscure some of the wind noise for all of you folks. But. Lots of cancelled flights and delays, yeah, there's lots mate, there's lots. Everywhere you look on Flight Radar today, it's just so many. British Airways A320 coming in just a moment from London Heathrow. Got another 737 MAX, which is 20 minutes away from Santiago. Then we've got the Wizz Air A320 Neo HALGK. Which is 25 minutes away, so all in all everything should be arriving in the next 20 to 30 minutes in theory. Loganair Loganair Saab 340 is en route from Inverness. Golf November Tango Bravo, so that's a cargo Saab 340 and that'll be with us in few minutes, so alright. Still a few movements to get yet. Seeing what's due outbound. We've got 737-400 EISTKs due out in 5 minutes. Looks like the cargo door's still open on it, but it should be going soon. West Atlantic's due out at 9:40, but they've been delayed quite a bit recently, so that'll probably go for a little bit. And the Ryanair 737 MAX we saw parked up is meant to be going out as well. That one seems to be waiting. That one seems to be waiting for its stand to become available. So yeah, we've still got a few movements to see. Just checking the wind at the moment. The wind is 230.5. Yeah, definitely feels stronger than that. There's the Ryanair taxi in. Can't beat the sound of that engine. Honestly, it's lovely. As soon as the 737 MAX just adds a little bit of power, initially it almost starts like a GE90 or a Trent, a Rolls-Royce Trent engine. They've got that kind of like wail about them. It's really impressive. And as you can see, the sunlight is slowly disappearing, sadly. So. Bit of a shame. We could do with a breeze here in Northend. It's roasting, yeah. It was roasting back at home as well, but here nearer the coast as well, it definitely seems to be a little bit on the cooler side. I've just put my jumper on for the first time in like 2-3 days, so aye. 131.35 for the Aeters. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a scan unfortunately. But thank you though. Just going to pan back to the cargo apron, folks. Just take a slow little dawdle around the apron. That's a City Flyer parked up there. And we've got the EasyJet and the British Airways parked up as well. What's the largest aircraft Edinburgh can handle? Yeah, 747 easily. If you go onto YouTube, you'll see that a few years ago the Airbus A380 actually did a fly past at Edinburgh Airport, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, it can't handle it, I believe, but yeah, who knows, one day. Actually, the ISTK is just pushing back now. So the all-white 737-400 is just pushing back, and that'll be going very shortly to Paris. We'll be heading down to France, and that'll be coming back tomorrow to then fly to Newcastle. So, nice little cargo flight. Just going back through any of the comments in the live chat that I missed earlier. Sorry if I missed your comment or your live chat on the live chat even. But yeah, we've had incredible support again today, everyone. So thank you all so much. And if you're new to the channel, if you've subscribed, and those who've joined as channel members as well, it's lovely to have each and every one of you on board. But, we'll hopefully do another live stream at the weekend from Newcastle this time, and maybe in the next month or so from somewhere like, I don't know, Aberdeen, potentially the end of next month or even further afield. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. The Antonov 124, nice, very nice. After last week's live stream, I made mention of an Antonov that landed at Newcastle, and I'm pretty certain it was a Volga Dnieper one. But I still need to go back through the live chat, sorry, through Flickr, and have a look and see which one it was, or if I'm thinking of the IL-76. I need to check. Heard Emirates are looking to bring the A380 back to Glasgow. Yep, there probably will be. Qatar, interestingly, Qatar Airways is upgrading their Emirates flight on certain days during September to an A350-1000 and also to a 777-300ER. So Qatar Airways looking to put more seats on the Edinburgh route, and that's going to be in September. So the airline obviously happy enough with how the route's performing, either that or due to a shortage of A350s, I don't know. Obviously Qatar Airways at the moment, for those of you who don't know, they're in a legal dispute with Airbus related to their brand new twin-engined wide-body Airbus A350s, and the whole dispute relates to the paint job that Airbus did on their A350s. Now Qatar Airways allege that the paint job wasn't up to standard, and due to a bad job, the paint is then peeling when the airplanes fly in and out of Qatar. And they have lots of evidence of not just cracking paint, but also flaking paint even. They also have evidence that it's affected the skin of the aircraft, so it's not just entirely a paint issue, it's also related to the fuselage, the new carbon fibre. So yeah, it's interesting to see how it's going to go. Airbus in turn have also kind of tit for tat said, right, well, we're not going to, you know, supply you with aircraft. On the other hand, the aircraft that they have for Qatar Airways is refusing to take delivery of some of them. So it's a bit of a stalemate, but it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Good news about the 777, definitely, yeah, it's going to be a good one to see here in Edinburgh. Might try and get up for it myself. Wonder why with the World Cup the month after. It could well be that they start putting more capacity on primarily for the World Cup. That's a really good point. So yeah, it could all be related actually to the World Cup being held there. So we shall see how it goes. Qatar has been, yes, they were bringing A350-900s before the pandemic, mate, and also they've obviously just restarted using them on the route. But they're going to be bringing A350-1000s, so not the 900, the even longer 1000, which is more akin to a 777 with its length. So that's going to be a cool one. Yeah, at the moment it's for cargo, yeah. You can tell straight away because, likes of today's Qatar flight, it was rolling down the runway and it rotated so early. It was literally up like a rocket. It was so quick. But still, it's good to see bigger and better aircraft on the route. Can't complain with that. Right, British Airways Golf Echo Uniform Hotel from London Heathrow is just about to touch down. Wizz Air is at 29,000 feet, descending just off the northeast coast over Newcastle. Shortly it's going to be flying over my house. And we've also got Loganair Saab 340, which is just to the north of the airport. So we've got about 4 inbounds all due in very, very shortly, folks. Just going to pan to the approach in a second, and oops. Manual on the focus. Light is starting to drop a little bit now. Nothing too major, but just like to try and keep things in focus if we can. Pan back to the approach, and you'll see the British Airways A320 Golf Echo Uniform Hotel all the way from London Heathrow. Interestingly, British Airways have just reactivated some of their older Airbus A321s, the ones registered Golf Echo Uniform X-Ray. They've been stored in Spain during the pandemic, and now, because of the increase in passenger numbers, they're being reactivated. Right, we'll just head back to the other end of the runway. Got EI STKs just about to depart.
One we saw landing about an hour ago, and it's now about to depart to Paris. Paris-Charles de Gaulle. Try and get the camcorder on level. There's a kestrel just flying over the top of the runway there. Lovely, very, very nice. It's the British Airways just taxiing, and then we'll have the Max on final just shortly. The Loganair Saab 340 has just turned on to the approach as well, so they'll be in just a sec. Those midges are definitely starting to bite now. You can feel them, feel the odd one. Again, folks, please keep your live chat, your comments coming in the live chat. It really is appreciated, and gives you a bit of discussion as well. So, thank you very much. You remember Gate when an A3? Oh yes, I remember that. I remember that. The A340. That was so funny. Yeah, the A340. It was a 600 as well, wasn't it? Was it a 600 or a 500? I remember that. That was amazing. That was so funny. And they begged for one from London Heathrow. Edinburgh Airport, and the only airport in the UK that didn't have a tow bar for an Airbus A340. Even Newcastle had a tow bar for an A340. Hey dear. So funny. Forward to seeing Virgin A330 Neos. Yes, same here, same here. So glad the A321s are back, Patrick. Yep, me too, mate. They've got another couple of them that they're preparing down in Madrid, so they'll probably be flying soon as well. But yeah, it's great to see aviation making a comeback and passenger numbers on the increase, airlines starting new routes, and other airlines restarting old routes. It's all positive. Right, here comes the Saab 340 from Inverness, from Inverness. This is the cargo flight, which is also done for Royal Mail, and does a lot of cargo for the Highlands and Islands, and is quite an important connection. You can see that wind is pushing it about a little bit. I don't think British Airways have 74s in storage in Madrid. I think they have A3. They might have two A380s. Well, actually, no, I think the A3s are at Châteauroux. But or one of them was flown out to Malaysia, I think, for re-entry in the service. But yeah, they've still got Still got plenty of aircraft on the books. Nice Saab 340. It's actually quite weird in the last few years how things have changed, because you know, a Saab 340 was a common occurrence just a few years ago, and now you barely see them at all, because Loganair is in the transition to an all ATR fleet, so it's actually a bit of a weird thing to see the ATR, but yeah. As you can see, the light is slowly giving up on us, so yeah, the Wizz Air is going to be our last movement. We've endured so far. We've got some good movements, got some good content, so don't think we can complain. Golf November Tango Bravo. I've seen that. I've seen this particular Saab 340 up in Shetland and Inverness and all over the place. It's a good little workhorse. And we've got the Ryanair 737 Max has just turned on final, so we've got another Max inbound. Get that in just a moment. But like I said before, folks, we'll be going live at Newcastle Airport over the weekend at some point, and hopefully might get the British Airways City Fly Embraer 190 coming in from Salzburg. That's a funny thing, a British Airways Embraer 190, you see them as regular as clockwork here at Edinburgh or down at London City, but to have one fly into Newcastle's albeit on a charter, is still pretty cool. So yeah, we'll try and get that in the next week. I think that'll be a good one. Amazingly, our phone hasn't died yet. It died on us last week, so thankfully that hasn't happened. And that's it, just taxiing in. Wizz Air's over hike. Happy days, Colin. Thank you very much, mate. Wizz Air won't be too long now. Loads of jobs going as well. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Staff being hired. If anybody knows how to fly an A320 or a 777, send your CV into British Airways. Yep, wobbling a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty good. Lost count of the number of liveries you've seen on that Saab, Les. I'm not surprised, mate. Not surprised. Been in so many over the years. So many. Loganair E180C new KLM 98. Interesting. Very interesting. You're back and it's 8-0 to England. Dear me, that's just crazy. That's not even a game, that's not even a game. Well, there's West Atlantic pushing, so we are going to get... Oh dear me, my back's killing me. We are going to get the West Atlantic departing, so it's another one to add to the list. Anyway, we'll wait to see that depart in a few minutes. Let's head back over to the approach, and here is another Ryanair 737 MAX 8200 arriving from Santiago in Spain. This just shows you how many Maxes there are at here at Edinburgh. That one's just landed that we've just seen. There's that one over there in front of us. EI Hen. There's that one. And then just over to the left. Sorry, I'm panning too quickly, folks. Then over there to the left we've got EI Hacks. We've got 3 Maxes here on the ground at Edinburgh. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And a year ago they were only just starting to get them back in the air again. You know how mental is that? How quickly things change in a year. Right, we'll pan back over to the apron and you'll be able to see the West Atlantic taxiing out. The next arrival is just on final approach, and can see it there. But like I say, folks, we'll be ending the live stream once the Wizz Air A321 Neo has landed. But yeah, had phenomenal support again today, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. The lights on. West Atlantic is about to taxi out. This, I think, this is a Ryanair, isn't it? This Ryanair has the weirdest. There's a Ryanair just coming in now, and it's got 2 very weird sets of lights. Look at this. It's got the new one. The green one on the right is one of the new 737NG LED lights you see on the wingtip, and then the left one is the old red, the flashing one, the old one. It's got 2 different lights on the tips of the wings. See what I mean? The strobe lights are completely different. That's pretty cool, that. They must have ran out of the old ones. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Right, here's the next, the Max we just saw land, about a taxi past the other 737 Max that's parked up over there. Is he? Oh no, he's taxiing in there. Alright, maybe not then. Either way, there's two Maxes in one shot for you. One to the left, one to the right. Maximum amount of Maxes at Edinburgh. And in the distance I can see the Wizz Air as well. Whee! I can just spot, I've just spotted the Wizz Air. There it is. Just over there in the distance, there it is. Hiya Wizz Air, I can see you. There it is. Cool. So it's not too far out anyway, that's the main thing. Right, enough of me waffling on. Let's get this West Atlantic 737-400 about to depart Edinburgh Airport. Very nice indeed, very, very nice. There's the Ryanair we just saw land, just taxiing back in. I'm just going to pop on the live chat and have a look at your comments, folks, in just a second once this Ryanair's taxied in. Just gonna have a quick peruse of the live chat. I can see we've still got over 280 of you joined in at the moment. It's brilliant to have you all with us. 273 likes on the live stream. Wow! Thank you all so much. It's unbelievable support these last 2 weeks. Really has been amazing. Really has been amazing. WestJet Reg JMC. Registered new to Hapag-Lloyd in May 1989. Very interesting, very interesting. Richard Taylor, good night, mate. Lovely to have you on board as well. Great to have you with us. Take care, mate. Like and subscribe, you muggles. Thank you, Chris. Cheers, Chris. Dip those headlights. Yeah, did everyone see what I meant about the Ryanair though? One of the strobes is different to the other strobes. One of the strobes is one of the 2015-2016 generation of 737-800, and the left side is one of the older generation of 737. Even looking at it from here, look at the back of it. The right-hand side is that new LED light, whereas the left side is the old yellowy coloured one. It's not just an old light, it's the old yellow one. So yeah, interesting. Again, another bit of useless information which I'm probably very sad. Anyway, Wizz Air A321 Neo is just turned final. We've got Ryanair and the British Airways. Might as well stay alive for them as well. But we've got those coming in as well, folks. So plus 737-800 as well. So yeah, I think we might stay for the last couple of those movements that land, and then, yeah. Right, let's head over to the left hand side where we have what we've been waiting for, a Wizz Air A321 Neo, all the way from Gdańsk, Lech Walesa Lotnisko, or airport, sorry, and another nice movement to see. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Well, folks, that is what we've been waiting for. So we're going to watch these last couple of arrivals as the Wizz Air taxis to its stand, and then we're going to end the live stream. But again, I cannot thank you all enough to everyone who's been on board today, and yeah, the live streams really have been picking up these last couple of weeks now. I know that there's a lot of you who've tuned in, and it's great to still see you all on board. So thank you so much. It gives me plenty of motivation and drive to do more of them. So thank you again. It's definitely starting to get a bit chilly now. Can it beat the A321 Neo? It's such a great aircraft. I think it's one of those ones where, with the 757 needing a successor, the A321 Neo is just settling nicely into that niche. And even with the likes of United Airlines ordering them, it just shows you what a great aircraft it is. Still an Airbus, still an A321, but hey, simplicity, that's what it's all about. So the next arrival is just about touchdown. We'll pan over to it in a second. This Wizz Air's taxied quicker than I thought it was going to, so it's good. We'll watch these two landings and then we'll end the live stream, folks. So, one down, two to go. And it's just about almost 10 o'clock in the evening as well, so yeah. Top stream. Colin B297 top stream, thank you so much, and John JG, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Right, here's the City Flyer landing.
still haven't flown on an Embraer 190 yet. I've flown on the Embraer 175, but yeah, I still haven't flown on the Embraer 190. I need to do that at some point this year, maybe a flight to Amsterdam or Paris or something. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. And Chris Coleman, a new one as well. Thank you very much, mate. Great to have you on board as well. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's like a shed load of other things. Funchal inbound. I got. Ah, right. So a lot of the cancellations Funchal related or weather related. Right, that makes sense, mate. That makes sense. Hey, as long as we get to keep the, as long as we get to keep the warm weather, I am not complaining, mate. I am not complaining at all, because we've had a cracking few days of weather. We honestly have. Been so good. Just pan back over to the cargo apron. Like I say, we've got one more inbound. We'll watch this inbound and then that's it. That's us for today. So just checking to see if there's anything else. Rob Brown, nice stream, thank you, and best wishes to you as well, mate. Really appreciate that. And Les Donaldson, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that. I've been wanting to go live from Edinburgh for a little while, but yeah, just thought, given the opportunity, I might as well do it today with us working a bit further north. So yeah, it's been well with. Chris Kennedy, thank you so much, mate. That's so kind of you. Go large. I'll do that, mate. It just means that my waistline's going to go another couple of inches. I just got it down as well. Hey man, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Appreciate it, mate. Gary Dunn as well, big shout out. Thank you as well for joining as a channel member. It's been lovely to have you on board tonight. And like I say to all our new channel members, if you get in touch with me, I'll get you added to our WhatsApp group. And if you check the playlist section and go to channel members exclusives, you can watch all our channel members exclusive content on there as well. So thank you so much. And Michael, great viewing from Toronto, Canada. Thank you so much, mate. It's lovely to have you on board. Right, here's the Ryanair. Well, you know what they say, leave the best till last. And there's two British Airways, BA 320, Embraer 190, just taxiing in. And that is going to wrap things up here at Edinburgh Airport, folks. And Travel Star Planespotting, thank you so much. That's really kind. You're new to the channel, really appreciate your support, and thank you so much for the kind donation. That really means a lot. Thank you again. Well, folks, a big thank you to all our new channel members, to all our current channel members, to every one of you who's supported, to those of you who've tuned in, who've commented, asked questions, got involved in the live chat. You know, it means a lot, and it also helps me when I'm filming, because it gives me motivation, it gives me stuff to talk to you about. Otherwise, if it was just me stood here talking about things that, you know, I just want to talk about, it wouldn't be very interesting. But having the conversation with all of you and through the live chat really makes the live stream. So I can't thank you all enough. We will try and go live again over the weekend at Newcastle Airport. Stay tuned for that. All our channel members, you'll get a notification first of when we're going live, so you'll know when and at roughly what time. So get in touch, and for those of you who aren't added, I'll get you added to the WhatsApp group, so do get in touch with me. Thank you again, everyone. Rob Brown, lovely to have you on board. Gary Dunn, great stream, thank you very much, mate. Paul Eddy as well, lovely to have you on board. And hopefully work is kind to you the next week, and we'll have to catch up on Discord at some point the next week. And boohoo, Tony Rivers, been here a while, thanks for the stream. Your local airport, fantastic, mate, lovely to have you on board. Jim Gimble, seen a few familiar names in here. Oh, you know, we'd like to try and attract everyone, mate. It's an open live stream here, and you know,
Everyone is welcome. Well, folks, from here at Edinburgh Airport, thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care and good night.